Hi everybody, welcome. I'm going to show you how to make bath bombs today. Super easy. If you know me, I love to take a ton of bubble baths, and I make up these little bath bombs, and I used to make the really perfectly round balls with molds. I'm like, I don't have time for that anymore, so I just use a mold, and here's my mold. I got it on Amazon, and you can find this in my Amazon shop, but I just press them into these little puck discs and let them dry overnight, and then I put them in a pretty jar, and they look just fine. If I was going to make gifts, I probably would go through and make the little molded balls, but I just don't, because I use them more for therapeutic reasons than pretty reasons. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really, really easy, and I'm going to show you my favorite oils, which happen to be a super cool deal on these oils. So the first thing you're going to need is baking soda, and I picked up these cute little plastic jugs at the dollar store. So I store all my DIY stuff in these. So you need a cup of baking soda. This is so easy, you guys. I see people paying like $4 a bath bomb. It takes literally a couple bucks to make 20 bath bombs. Okay, cup of baking soda in my plastic bowl, also from the dollar store. A half a cup of citric acid. I buy this on Amazon. It too is in my Amazon shop. So half a cup of citric acid. And then I need a half a cup of Epsom salt, and I'm pretty heavy-handed with the Epsom salt. Epsom salt is so good for the body, and so this recipe, sometimes I throw in cornstarch, which is also great for the skin, but I'm just gonna add just a skosh more Epsom salt. All right. Fractionated coconut oil. So the first thing I do is I stir up all the dry ingredients. So I incorporate it all. Sometimes they get a little, the baking soda can have some chunks. So I just spend a couple swirls making sure that it's all incorporated. And then I dig out a little tiny well. Do you see that? So I just scrape so that when I put my liquids in, I'm not going to have it like go crazy, and I'll tell you more about that. So I'm not a measurer. I will post the recipe with this, but I do a couple pumps of fractionated coconut oil right there in that little well, 3 or 4 or 5. I don't ever count. And then I'm going to add my essential oils. My favorite combo is spearmint, eucalyptus, because I feel like the eucalyptus opens up my airways when it hits the water and it gets really warm. And I just love spearmint. I feel like it's a spa treatment. And then I'm gonna throw in lemon today, and lemon's a great detoxer. So in combination with the baking soda and the Epsom salt, I'm gonna get a natural detox. This is wonderful to do for the body. I take a bath every single day, about 20 to 30 minutes, let my body detox, and then I jump out and use my homemade body butter, which is actually being cooked on my stove right now. So it's DIY day here. So because I'm using 3 oils, I'm only going to put about 10 drops each. So I total maybe 30 drops of whatever oil I'm using for this size of a batch of bath bombs. But lemon's good. So I'm going to do 5 lemon just because I want more of the eucalyptus and the spearmint. These, by the way, are free today. Oh. So I know you guys are going to watch this video later, but doTERRA does this awesome deal. A couple of times a year, buy one, get one. And today, you buy spearmint and you get eucalyptus and lemon for free. So I am definitely going to stock up when it comes to my favorites. I'm adding 10-ish of the spearmint and the eucalyptus. It's already starting to smell amazing. I don't have some water, so hold on. This is just my water bottle. It has just plain drinking water in it. So I'm going to go ahead. This is where you have to be really careful. If you put too much liquid into the dry ingredients, that citric acid is going to activate, and you're going to have this huge, hard, big bubble of a mess. So just go super slow with the water. The recipe is, I think it's 3 tablespoons fractionated coconut oil to 1 tablespoon water, so it's not much. Just going to dribble a little bit in. And you can always add more, but you cannot take away. Okay, so you can see that it's foaming right there where the liquid is meeting that citric acid. So stir quick. And then this is totally optional. Oh, it smells so good. So when you put these into your bath, oh, your bathroom smells amazing. The water feels great. So I like to make them a little bit pretty. I use food grade food coloring. I know some people use mica. I've tried mica. It's just really messy and it leaves a ring in your tub, which I don't like. But food grade food coloring does not leave, my dog's eating the cat food, does not leave anything in your tub whatsoever. And the coconut oil doesn't either. And a lot of people say that their tubs get gross after taking a bath with these bath bombs. I've never had that problem. So I think you're just fine. Okay, so now I chose green because it's just cool and pretty. So now I have this like minty green, minty smelling stuff. And here's where you have to learn. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. You're gonna want the texture of the bath bomb to feel like wet sand. And this does. So whatever amount of liquid I added, it's pretty darn perfect. So I'm incorporating it, testing it. If I smash it together, it does feel like wet sand, but I'm a little bit nervous because it's a tiny bit dry. I'm gonna add just a drop, and I mean a drop. Woo! That was way more than a drop. Well, I might have some big bath bombs. So what happens is that citric acid starts to activate and the bath bombs grow, but I'll show you. That was way more than I would have wanted to, but doing this on the fly. Okay, so I got my mold. I'm gonna dump my bath bomb mixture right on top of the mold. This is where it gets so much simpler than doing the single molds like the balls. And I also have the balls, the ball molds on my Amazon shop too. So now I've got this big pile of bath bomb stuff, material, dough, whatever, on my mold. And I'm just gonna spread it on the mold. Make sure that it's in every well. This is a 20 hole mold, which is perfect for this recipe. And then I just scooch it in there. And once every single hole has a good amount of the bath bomb material, I start to press, and I press pretty hard. And especially because I added too much water, what's gonna happen is they're gonna start to foam up, and then I just come back around and press them down. So I keep this in my kitchen on the counter for a couple hours so that as I'm walking by, getting water, or making lunch, I can just press the bath bombs into the mold and puff down the puff that's gonna happen. And these will be fine. Even though I added too much water, they're gonna be just fine. They might grow a little bit in the mold, so I'll have to watch them today and just come by every couple 20 minutes, 30 minutes, pop them down. And then how I like to do it is then I take this entire mold and I just set it in my bathtub. And then tomorrow or this evening, it doesn't take long for them to dry, I pop them out of the mold and I put them in a pretty jar that I keep in my bathroom. The reason why I just store them to dry in my bathtub is because they're a little bit messy. And when I'm popping them out of the jar, might as well pop them into the place that I want them to be, which is my bathtub. Okay, I'm gonna show you what happened. So here's the bath bombs smashed into the mold. You can see I've pressed them into the little pucks. They're starting to rise a little bit, just like a little muffin. You just come around and push them back down. That's it. And then you let them dry for about 8 hours, 10 hours, or overnight. Pop them out of the mold, and you have bath bombs. And I use one in a huge bathtub. That's it. Sometimes if I'm feeling under the weather or I'm extra sore, I might throw 2 in. But the Epsom salt can get pretty hot in your body as it detoxes. So be careful with that. So that's how you do it. That's so simple, right? Bath bombs, done. All right, enjoy, have a great day. I'm gonna go finish up my body butter, which I also have a recipe for and a video for, and many of you have seen that. So enjoy, make some bath bombs, have a great day.